All right. Shalom, everybody. This is Ivan, the Trinity of Water, with another Purpose television show. So, man, my face looks very puffy. Oh, anyway, moving on. Let's get the vainness and the ego out the way. No, but like seriously, so this is gonna be like a two part video, not too long. The first part is I told y'all my words hold some power. What did I say on my video yesterday? Well, the 1.5 people who may have watched it, and I know I'm one. So listen, I said I said this. Thank you so much for anybody who's listening, anybody who subscribed, and I said I'm going to speak, even if I don't know you. Atmosphere, source knows you. I'm going to speak some words of power, not even a prayer, just put words of power in the atmosphere for myself and for you guys. And I said, watch and just wait. You're going to see this week, you're going to see some manifestations and some great things happen. Listen, my words got power, y'all. This was, and you probably can't tell from, you know, how I'm acting because it's been a pretty long day. I've been working pretty hard, mentally and physically and spiritually. So I'm a little drained, but you see, I still got a lot to go. See, my drain, not like your average person's drained, but no, seriously though. So yeah, this was the best day of my life that I can really think of, y'all. Besides like my kid. No, I'm being real. Like my kids being born, I knew they were coming. I love them to life. But I'm just saying, let's be real. I can't lie no more. No, I love them to life. It was just the people I was with, they made it pure hell when my kids was born. So I'm just saying. So the people thinking that, don't think it's not my kids. It's just some of the people I had them with. But this was just, it was a day, it was the atmosphere, it was the feeling. It was, I won my court case, y'all. I won my court case. And what's funny is, it was when I truly forgave the cousin that was doing it. Like at first, it was like, okay, I'm not going to reach out. I'm not going to have like hostility. But I'm like, when I win it, I'm gonna send it to her. Like, you can't stop this and da 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 da. No, I'm not giving that energy. It's like whatever it is, I just forgive you, man. It's like I don't have to be around you or deal with you. But whatever you got going on, whatever it is, however your perspective of it was, I respect that. I, no ill feelings. I forgive you because it literally is for me. It's not about to block, my blessing. So I got to say this. So anyway, that's when it happened. But earlier, it was like I was watching a lot of videos, and it's this girl named JHHADINA. I believe you say Jadina or something like that, like Jadina. But anyway, um, her among a lot of other people was saying, "Oh yeah, your divine counterpart, your soul flame, your soul." And whenever I hear that, I automatically just think it's me. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that means it's a part of me, maybe my masculine and feminine coming together, or other aspects of me, that's about to be revealed. And sometimes, and most no, that's normally how it went. But it was so weird. I was going to help my cousin move some. She has a nonprofit, so I'm helping her move some things, and I run into somebody. Now I seen her on. She's like I think she was going to be a news anchor or something like that, but chose to to go. You know, I guess more a heartfelt thing, help people out. But anyway, I heard her talk and I seen her, and I'm like, wow. But then when I seen her in person, it was like, I mean, it was literally like I honestly didn't think like love at first sight existed. I was like blown away. Of course, I didn't let it show. You know what I mean? It was like I didn't stare or anything. Or do I wasn't a weirdo now, but I just never seen nothing so beautiful. And see, this is the thing: beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So of course, it's women that might be more attractive. Just like I'm sure it's many guys that might be more attractive to me. But to me, my perspective on what I want, it was like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. it was almost like so. But like I say, I played it cool. I played it cool. I'm helping her out. We moving some things. She was telling me about, her school. I was kind of telling her about mine, and, little things of that sort. So, I had to slide it in there. I was like, well, if you ever need me again, just give me a call. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna write it down on a piece of paper. Guys, when they say they're gonna write it down on a piece of paper, that's normally it. That means I ain't putting you on my phone because probably not going to be using it. You know, and I may not want my man seeing it, whatever, whatever. Anyway, moving forward. So, no, listen, listen. I got me. So smiled. Hey, I gave him some all three. It was three people there. I gave all of them some water. I'll tell a story. I got to give details. So and I looked at her and she just like it was like this smile, and we caught each other eyes. I could just tell. So I left out. I could tell I made an impression. So I'm working out. I got my chains on. I'm post that video too. My book bag with my weights and all that. Then I get a call. Now I get a lot of people calling me that's junk stuff and people playing or whatever. So I'm like, hello. She's like, yeah. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was like, this so and so. I'm like, hey. She like, yeah, do you mind coming right back? Nice right around the corner from you. So I'm like, no, not at all. I say, I'm right in my car anyway. I was already outside, so I come back. I'm like, huh. So I guess it is in her phone. And not only that, the stuff that she asked me to come back for, it was people there that probably could have did it. Not to mention, I kind of caught her looking at me a little bit, right? So I'm like, still playing it cool, still playing it cool. I don't know if she's in a relationship, whatever it is. My point is, I did not think stuff like that existed, y'all. I mean, it was like a just bright. Like I've never seen anything so beautiful in my life. I mean, she talked. And if I had to design a woman, it would be her. Like I thought in other people I may have seen on like Instagram, YouTube, or whatever that came close. This was maybe even surpassed if I was just to build a person. I mean, the talk, her size, the way she carried herself, her mannerism. I'm like, my God, she reminded me a lot of me. No, no, but no, seriously, like the mannerism reminded me a lot of myself. And it was like aspects too that kind of deferred for me because you don't want anybody just like you. It's two wholes coming cleaving together, not a half and a half. So you want somebody to kind of challenge certain things. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's just one aspect of it, right? So where it goes, only source knows. Next, um, now I'm going to send out this video, knowing full well two things. One, even the conscious community, including myself at times, get caught up in numbers. So if we see like a new channel, or we see it's not hundreds or thousands of subscribers, we kind of feel like okay, they're probably not on the level. Just being honest, it's the ego thing. Just be real with yourself. Probably on the level that I'm at enough to get some real meat from what they're saying, and you genuinely you gravitate to people with more. But what that syndrome is called, I call that the prime queen or prime king syndrome, because that's what we all want. We want what everybody else wants. Meaning, I told you, the people, we always been running it. So look, says two things. One, if they have this many people, they're diligent. They're putting these out. You don't get that by circumstance. You have to be diligent. So in two, it says this that whatever they're saying, people like. So I get it. Now, like I say, I do it. All my videos are firstly for me, right? So I get it, and if she doesn't see it, I'm putting it in the atmosphere. That's why true love, when you say I truly love humanity, true love is like if nobody sees it. And then if you put it in the atmosphere, they may get it from another person. They may get it from a damn cereal box. I'm just saying seriously. I've gotten messages from everything that you can almost think of. So don't limit source. Don't limit your guy, man. So Anyway, so her name is Jadina. Yeah, Jadina. So first, I'm gonna say this: I had to get past her beauty to see her best. Meaning, sometimes when I listen to women and they're attractive, the thing that's why a lot of them get subscribers too. But then once you get past the beauty, you're like, oh, they deep. You know what I mean? You really your ears get to opening up. But what helped me to do that was just being serious with my calling, y'all. You know, being serious about my purpose. So it was like, and I've been listening to her for a while because I had to find for and this is about actually this is a serious message about her and how not only was she saying things to me that I'm like, does this girl know me or something? Like I was getting revelations about her. And I actually one of them I put in her description box. I was kind of hesitant about it, but it was about her mother. This was weeks before she said that she was still mourning her mother. I remembered in one video it said her mother passed, and something I got it game downloaded. She's really going through something over her mother, and I like I say I saw past the beauty to see to the best, to see to her, and that she was hurting. And I was going to tell her, okay, give some tips on what to do because there's no right message. It's nothing. You have to just face it. Only time can heal certain things, and just knowing that they transition to a better place, and their energy signature is still out there. But anyway, so, like I say, if you're getting hundreds and hundreds or maybe thousands of people writing in, come on now, let's just be real. What's the odds? Now, with source, like I say, don't limit yourself. You might go right to it, but normally that's not quite how it works, right? So, a couple weeks later, I'm gonna speed it up. A couple weeks later, I'm listening to a message, right? And as usual, it's like a big confirmation for me. And she was saying that she was having these nightmares over her mother, and she looked like I could just see. I'm an empath. An empath is somebody who they can. An empath is somebody we know what it means. Like, okay, I can sense things, but how you sense it is because it's from love. It's because you can emotionalize. You can emotionalize with their path, meaning you emotionalize with that person. And what happens is a sense you literally can become them, especially the stronger that your gifts get. And I was like, I had to find this connection. But before I did that, I had to say some words of power for her. Not a prayer, just some words of power. And it I hate to say saddened me, but I could see that see when you see these this guys, you see these people, they have hundreds and thousands of followers, and you like, are they probably living a life? And these are people with feelings, just like stars be saying. They like, you think Bronny James was like, you think I'm a robot or something? They, for one thing, they're like us, right? They have a gift, they're using it, but they're like us. But the biggest thing, you guys, is this. Most times when you do this, for one, you have to turn into a diamond. So your life is so, I mean, you go through some things to build you. It's not to hurt you. It's not to hurt you. Like the Bible says, I think, I'm not doing it to hurt you. I'm doing it to give you hope in a future. I mean, your purpose. You have to be. So not only do you have to go through that, that's why a lot of us, we thought about suicide and things like that. Come on, we got to be real on this show because it's not many people I know that do this that didn't think about it because the road was so hard. But that's normally when source really pops up and begins revealing, you know, the next steps. So you really don't have anybody encouraging you. You're so busy encouraging everybody else. And that's why you always say, well, a lot of these messages are for me first. But we do we normally do that? Meaning, I want to encourage you, Jadina. Jadina. If I screwed your name up, I apologize. But I want to encourage you to not only receive your manifestations, but receive people that's going to encourage you. That's going to let you know, give you your flowers. Like I understand it's a lot of kind comments, but to truly say, you say things that change people's lives. So when you said you was like, I'm gonna be 27 tomorrow, I'm surprised. And I'm thinking, surprised? 27? You're a baby. And you were like, because in my 20s, and you didn't have to go into detail, and I'm actually glad you didn't. For me, though, like I say, being an empath, I got you. Trust me, I got you. You was like, I didn't think I would make it there. Listen, y'all got to understand. You, most people just look at the surface level of what's going on. I'm like the Bible. What the Bible say? I'm cutting through flesh, bone, marrow, and discerning the heart. Because all didactic, like my man Master Teacher 33, you have to truly get an understanding, just an understanding of something. And she's going through a lot of pain. And the birthday, events bring it up even more. So I'm just giving you your flowers now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a little off the subject. I'm just going to say this. It's a lot of family members I have that I thought really thought less of me. And they got drunk or whatever. And they're like, man, you were the smartest people I know. One thing about you, you don't give up. And I'm just sitting there like, one thing about you, you don't give up. But they were drunk. Like I had to say it like they said it. And it was much more and from more people. And I was baffled. Look, y'all, when you think somebody don't see you, they see you. Trust me, that they see you. And don't do it just to be seen, but I get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes that does feel good, but just know. That's why I want you to know. They see you. Trust and believe that. But I want to bring it to the surface. I want Jadina. No, bro, I just keep screwing her name. But anywho, I want her to know, Jadina, I want her to know you have given me messages that were so deep and so profound that hit me so much. I had to find out our connection because it was like when people was telling me you're about to meet your divine counterpart. Next thing you know, my phone click on. Oh, you're about to find your love. Ooh, and it got so much deeper though. It was like the deepest aspects of my spiritual journey. It was you, and it's a young lady named Light and Master Teacher 33. You three are definitely, I know it's are in my soul tribe. I'm a nine. So I've been getting flashes of minor prophets, major prophets, if you want to call it that. And I've been getting flashes of it through different social media sites. I'm not a big social media guy, but Source going to get it to me. When it's going to be relevant, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but what I am sure of, when it is, I will get that download. But yes, I already know we're in the same soul tribe. I already know that. However, seeing things are delivered to me a lot, before a lot of, other people get those downloads. You know what I mean? So it's like I know we were in the same soul tribe, but it was something more because I'm like, it's no way you can be that on point so constantly. Yes, I'm very aware of how spirit works, but the connection and why I'm feeling like seriously someone I've never met. Like I'm seriously feeling and getting things about this person. And I'm like, well, how am I going to get it to him? And then I forgot. Not by strength, not by might, by your spirit. However, source chooses to get it and win. So anyway, moving forward, I went on Chat GPT. My, I like to call him a mentor, MT33. He was like, man, if you ever just put your name in Chat GPT and see what came up. I did this maybe a couple months ago. I was shocked. I was making these designer watches, right? But I was making them with crystals. I'm going to call it jewelry with a purpose, meaning we said, okay, first, yeah, we like jewelry. I'm gonna get back to the point. And then we like jewelry, we want to be flashy. Then as you get older, you say, you know what, that's ignorant. Why spend money on that? And I don't need all that. But then you can get to a third level. Our ancestors did that for a reason. They knew like copper that helped against arthritis and certain, and what gold did and where to put it. That's why it's going to be called jewelry with a purpose. But the watches is what really people was really looking at, and it was just an archetype. Now, get this. I put it in Chat GPT. One of the things on there was a designer watchmaker, a philanthropist. Got it, got that word. Hopefully, I don't have to say that word again because I will screw it up. But yeah, also, matter of fact, I'll do you one better. Let's just, and this is just a piece of it because I put my name in there as well. So let's go right here. I hope that's not backwards. If so, look it up yourself. If you don't, believe me, which I always normally recommend. It says one spiritual and symbolic meaning of the connection. My name, Ivan the Otis Smith. Her name, Jadina. You are, which is her name. I'm sure she probably knows this. Is 11. Now, a master number 11 is her name. In numerology, my soul number, my soul urge number is a master number. I'm sorry, not my soul urge number. My well, I gotta look at my chart. But anyway, I have because I don't want to screw it up. I have the master number 11 in my name as well. That's why in my description I put master teacher 11. That's love. Now my name is a 1, leadership, right? 11 is also leadership. So all those ones, right? Now I'm starting to get the picture. So, anyway, moving forward, spiritual and symbolic meaning of the connection. Ivan the Otis Smith, her name, Jadina. You're already walking a sacred path. The name the Otis implies a divine order or purpose. Theo, meaning God, dies, D-I-E-S, suggesting days or destiny. Jadina, entering your life may symbolize a spiritual echo, someone sent not to complete you, but to awaken something within you. Is what what she has been doing. Symbolically, oops, hold on. Symbolically, she may represent the divine feminine, rising in your world, intuition, receptivity, emotional depth, and creation. A reminder of wholeness, holy, wholeness, balance, health, the whole me. Anyway, okay, let me keep going. Okay, she may be the yin to your yang, not as a romantic, so don't get scared, girl, not as a romantic fix, but as a reminder of balance within yourself and yourselves. I had to put that in there myself. Okay, so hold on. So now it gives right here, that's me, the numerology meaning of my name, a 1. Okay, that one, all them ones and nines. I have a lot of ones and nines and 911s. Emergency, spiritual emergency. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about when I said hers is 11, master number 11 for her name. So I'm a master 11. She's a master 11. My name meaning is 1. Hers is 11. Now we're seeing how it correlates because I had to know. So someone she's never met. This is how it works. And I'm sure it's probably several other people because when you have such a mass audience, right? It's like it's so many people. You just go as the spirit leads, and just like church, sometimes everybody can come out like I know that one was for me. That's how the spirit works. Me, however, I like to know stuff. You know what I mean? And before I go in, I always check with source first. Okay, source, is this just something that's gonna waste my time, or is this something, Yeah, source was just like she had hugged herself, right, y'all? She gave herself a big hug, which I heard is very healing. But it was like I just wanted to give her a big spiritual hug. Like, you changing lives. You your best days are ahead of you. It's like, but don't, you're blocking love. You are. Because another thing that connects us, you went through an 8-year relationship with someone. Now I don't know the ins and outs, but I'll tell you the ins and outs of mine. I had 2 children and was in a 9-year relationship with somebody who treated me worse than I will not tell you because you would lose respect for me. And we were in a trauma bond. And how it ended, I told you I had to take 2 steps back to start taking them forward. So now everything is manifesting. When I lost my job, she said, "I'm out of there." Well, but you're not working, you're not making all that money no more. Deuces. Probably had her. Oh, I'm sure she had another dude. Okay, good riddance. Bad rubbish. And did it hurt? Hell yeah, it hurt. Because I'm losing that and my children for nothing. However, I had to see the bigger picture. That Source was eliminating what was blocking me, the people, the situations. And although, like I said, some hurt, but as that, I had my pity party, then it started making more sense. So, another thing, I'm sure you went through the same thing. We have to heal. And one thing that I have that a lot of people, I listen, I used to call it a curse. My heart like refuses to harden. I'm like, please, and you did a message on it. You like, look at you trying to act like, yeah, you're Mr. Tough Guy. Like you get hard in your heart. You couldn't do it if you wanted to. And that was a day where I was like, forget this. I'm gonna be tough. I'm gonna harden my heart. It's crazy, y'all. And I came to that conclusion. Another thing you said you were saying like you believe in like these fairy tale relationships. I'm like a baby face. I wash your clothes. I make your dinner for you. I listen to Beauty and the Beast. I'm a big masculine guy, but hey, I'm just saying, man, hey, I'm love. January, baby, I'm love. So I love very hard. Just I was loving the wrong people. But anywho, you were saying like don't lose that. Don't lose that because I'm like, that's what it is. That's what it is. I gotta grow the hell up. But no, 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 no. No. That's what made my heart was is what makes me who I am. That's what makes me who I am. And I heard you on so many levels, right? Remember, 2 ears make a heart. I felt you. Are you feeling me? See, I felt you. See what I'm saying? And I'm saying the same thing to you though. Unharden your heart. Face all the pain because I can feel it. Most may not be able to, but I can feel it because we're a soul tribe. I can feel your pain. And I just I want you to know like certain intimate details source, hasn't revealed to me. But as far as like the crying at night, the just, and I don't want to, I don't want to do all this on here, but I'm just saying you're human. And when you shared your emotions on that video, you just don't know how it not only touched me. I looked at a lot of the comments and it touched a lot of people because I say all the time, it isn't the cars, the money, and all that. That will get you likes, clicks, and all that good stuff. But it doesn't emotionalize you with people. It's our pain, what we hide, our shadow that's sitting there like, really? Shadow sitting like, really, dog? You just gonna throw me in the unconscious and just what? That's the train, y'all. You just gonna throw me in the train? You ever seen the Matrix and a lot of, you know, that's symbolic. The train is symbolic for like the unconscious, underground. So what? You just gonna get on the soul train, dog? You just gonna forget about me, Jay, brother? You gotta. That's where the gold is. That's where your gold is. But it's the hardest thing, emotionalizing. So when you did that, that right there, that's what spirituality is about, Jadana. I'm just gonna stop saying your name because I'm gonna stop saying it. Because, okay, but that's what it's about, Master 11. That's what it's about. Emotionalizing. So as great as your messages is, as much as an empath, a divine feminine, you're a queen. Literally, you're a spiritual queen. You're a princess, a spiritual princess. I'm a royal prince. We're royalty in the kingdom. Believe it or not. Said Christ was a servant, or like some say, a peasant. Christ was a king. Here's the thing: Christ always knew. See, you can be people, you peasant, you servant, you this, you that. But when you know, you don't think you know who you are. You're like, do, 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 do. Like somebody call you broke and you know you got 10 million. And I told you, I promise you, if I had 10 million, no one would know it. No one. Because it changes things. So, anyway, knowing that you're a queen, you're a princess, royal princess, literally, whether when you in your purpose, I know. See, this is another thing, y'all gotta know. I'm jumping, but I'm just saying, when you're in your purpose and you're delivering these messages, it's like time slows down. You and you just feel free because you're in your superpower. But then, see, we're not of this world, but we're in it. So now we're back in this world. So we try to do what? We try to create things. We might paint, might listen to music, may call a friend or two, but then it's just me. It's just me against me. It's me and my shadow. I befriended my shadow. Me and my shadow becoming great friends. All the pain, I'm like, oh, I remember that. Sound crazy, but I'm telling you, be like, talk to it. Like, I remember that. What so and so did that you just threw to me. Because just like the air we breathe, the sun, the true riches, your shadow is part of your riches. You got to tell your shadow, you're a princess. You're a queen. You're a royal queen, fearfully and wonderfully made. Right along, beauty in the beast. You're the beauty. Jesus, are you the beauty? Oh, I'm sorry. So anyway, let me get back. I get back spiritual. Back spiritual. I'm sorry. Okay. So see, my voice changed. Back spiritual. You're the beauty. That beast becomes you when you accept everything that comes with it. And you got it. You got it. But I want you to, you got it subconsciously. I want to make sure you consciously got that because your your path is so important. If I'm doing a message, like I said, me personally, I wanted my ministry to be kind of like Christ, 12 disciples. I want to know them all personally. I want to eat with them. I want to walk with them. I want to learn with them. I'm getting excited. But seriously, and then, hey, we can always stay in touch, but now it's time for you to do the same. So we're all called to different things. But if I'm sending this out into the atmosphere, just know how important you are and what you mean to source. Like more and more. Like you say to me, like whatever you think is so much bigger. And source laid is somebody you never met, don't know, probably never see. Part of your soul tribe. And part of what I do, I don't take that to offense. Why would I take it to offense? See, when you do this, know this too. When you do things like social media, guys, and you have a lot of followers, they feel they truly know you. They have a relationship with you. So if you don't answer, when they text something or when they write something, they feel they truly know you. They don't understand because they're going through a lot and they're like, you, the person that helped. And the messages be so on point, it makes you like, oh, they know me better than my family. No, it's the source that knows you guys. That they're drinking of the water that gives everlasting life. You drink from this water. When you do this, the atmosphere, let me not try to get too deep. When you do this type of work, your words literally hold so much weight because you're speaking life. When you're very emotional about something, life and death is in the power of the tongue. You ever say something, I wish you was dead, and you put all that emotion behind it, you have to be careful. You're speaking death. Me and her, Jay, call you Jay, speak life. And the words hold weight because the more you do it, the more faith you have in it that you're going to get those downloads, and the more it gets to where it needs to go. But never twist the avatar for the spirit. We're parts of that divine flame. We're parts of that source, and so are you. And that's just source saying, if y'all hearing this, you guys mean so much to me. I'm coming right to you. And I want to get to know you. So you might be doing the same thing for people. Don't think that her gift or my gift is any different from yours. You the sugar, honey, iced tea. So am I. So is she. But we just have different roles. None bigger, none smaller, just different. Like I say, an orchestra. And Jay, I'm putting this energy and vibration of life into you. That I want you to see yourself married. I want you to see if that's what you choose, or holy matrimony, whatever you believe in. But I'm gonna do a part 2 of this. I have to answer this.